Hello, good evening. Welcome to your evening with us. Can I just say, I've just seen on Facebook that Julie has joined us. Her name popped up. She hasn't written in the comments yet. Hi, Julie. I'm waiting for some of our Devon Massive to sign in.
We were just saying, so this weekend, some of the ladies from our church and ladies from some of the churches that we're kind of connected with, their network, they've had a ladies' weekend.
Yes.
So for me, I've had a weekend with all the kids, looking after them and trying to tidy up the house and trying to do all that and trying to wash up when our dishwasher's broken. So I'm feeling a little bit tired, shall we say. Well, yeah, Alice has had a lovely time in what we thought was a 5-star hotel, but it turns out it was only 4-star.
But I don't stay in hotels, so it was massively exciting, massively comfortable. My bed, I normally don't sleep well in a different bed, but my bed this weekend was amazing. So big up to Sedgebrook Hall in Northampton. Mm-hmm.
Good. Mm-hmm. good. And can I say, right,
as Tim, looking good after a busy weekend.
Thank you, Tim. Thank you. Also, Alice, as she's sleeping on a nice comfy bed in a luxury hotel, I got woken up at 2:30 this morning by our dog needing the toilet. So, yay me. So, yeah.
We've had the dog a long time. It's the first time she's woken you up to go to the toilet. So
yeah, she doesn't do it very often.
I feel like that's
it's one of the joys of having a dog.
Okay. Anyway, so if you're watching, please put it in the comments so that we can see you're there and we know that we're not on our own. I can see that there are 11 people watching at the moment, so I'm expecting at least 8 of you to say hi, wave, give us a heart, or just make us feel part of something bigger than just us in our kitchen this evening. So yes, so this evening, oh look, we've got people. We have got Grace. Hi, Grace. Oh, and Tim, look, is it spending time not having to sleep in the same bed as Mark? Yes, amen. My bed, right? I was it was a king size or queen size double bed, and it didn't have 2 people holes, so I think it was a room that they usually use for one person, because the dip in the mattress it wasn't huge, it was fine, but it was in the center of the bed, and so when I was sleeping diagonally across this ginormous bed, the dip in the middle was perfect placement for hip placement. So yeah, so it was a dream. It was a dream. I was loving it. It was all good.
Anyway. Hi, Grace. Great to see you. Great to
compliments are rolling in.
Look, your 4-star spa weekend. Sorry, I mean ladies' weekend.
Right. I had a nap on Saturday afternoon, and I even dribbled. That's how good a nap it was.
Good.
Rattan.
So apologies, we got the name wrong. Great to have you. Grace's cousin, awesome. We love Grace.
Grace is one of our favourites. So welcome.
Yeah.
Thanks for saying
that. Great to have you with us tonight.
In Surrey.
Hi, Julie. Good.
Julie's here.
It was Julie on the ladies' weekend.
I want to say yes.
There was a lot of ladies.
I don't actually know Julie's surname, so I have no idea if it was this Julie or not.
There were 70 ladies. So
sorry, please don't be offended.
Yeah.
And Carrie. Hello, Carrie. Carrie.
Carrie.
There we go.
With us. Good.
Well done. Okay.
To watch them.
So. Good. It is not just going to be us reading out your names this evening, I promise. Although we are having a slightly relaxed and informal approach to tonight, because we had people lined up, and due to other things coming
circumstances
up, we are not having them with us on the screen. But we do have a couple of people who are happy to share the love. So we've got Hannah, who is our weekly.
Good. And then Hannah, you're on this 4-star spa weekend. How did you find it?
Yeah, I really liked it. I was in a twin room with my friend Abby. Let's just say that we end up like having a couple of play fights, and she fell off the bed once because we the 2 of us have known each other a very long time, so we were there just having fun, really.
Sounds nice. The question is, did either of you snore though?
Not as far as I know.
So that's maybe
she talked in her sleep, which was very weird, because I think I was laying there this morning. It was like very early this morning, and she just kind of at one point said, "No, thank you," and then didn't say anything else.
Fair enough.
I've just been very polite.
And we've got Tracy. Hi, Tracy.
We have got the Devon Massive.
Devon Massive. There are loyals.
It's good.
I love it.
And Julie was. She was at the weekend.
Yeah, these guys are hardcore. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm feeling part of the crew. It's good. Loved and part of it. Oh look,
I'm loving that my mum has commented as well. Hi, Mum.
Hi, Nikki. Great to have you with us.
I just want to say hello to Carrie as well. The one you read out before, Carrie. That's one of my university friends. So, hey, Carrie.
Well done. We have a name now, not just a Mark fan club member.
Hannah Zoom friends. So that's good. That's good.
There we go. Okay. Also with us this evening, then, just to mix it up a little bit for a bit more variety, we've got Terry with us today. So, oh look, he's out. He's done from his weekend looking after the children. He's absolutely out of it. You're on mute, Terry.
That's how tired he is.
He's done. 3 kids for a whole weekend.
Sorry, I fell asleep during the story about dipping the bed. Oh, sorry.
Did you dribble though, Terry? Because it's only a good sleep if you dribble.
I had a wonderful time because Hannah was also away at the not Hannah Collins up there. But Hannah was away as well at the ladies' weekend, which meant I had a duvet to myself without it getting pulled off of me and cold shoulder in the night. So yeah,
I love it.
And yeah, lovely weekend.
I love it. These ladies are. Oh look, Tim is acknowledging Heathfield are more hardcore than River Church.
Of course, we have got some ladies who've been away. Tracy Morgan's.
Oh yeah, look, we've got Tracy.
So Tracy's been on the weekend. She's come back. She's on.
River representative.
Yeah, it's good.
I love it. It's good. Okay, so who knows what day it is today? I'm quite excited by this because this is completely unintentional. And today is the 20th of March. It's Sunday, obviously. But also, we Googled it. And according to Google, today is the official start of spring. Who knew?
You know. And so what we want to know is not only is it start of spring, it's also been sunny for the first time in what feels like about a year, but it's probably only been a few months. But certainly in the UK.
Winter was grey this year, I feel.
It wasn't very sunny. So the last few days have been quite sunny. And I say warm. Been warmer, but it feels like it's really hot.
In the sun, out of the wind, it has been really quite lovely, hasn't it?
So we want to know, what have you been up to the last few days? That, well, the sun's out. What's happened? I say we did our first barbecue of the summer. Thanks to my kids. They were like, "Dad, can we have a barbecue?" So I was like, "All right then." So I had to get all the barbecue out. I got all the coals out and realised I couldn't find the firelighters. So we had a mild kind of 5 minutes of panic. I'm trying to get the coals to light. But eventually managed to find some firelighters. Got the barbecue did. We did a classic English barbecue, just purely sausages and burgers, nothing else. Our South African friends would be so disappointed with us. But we did sausages and burgers. The kids loved it, followed by ice cream.
Tim has been mowing the grass.
Mowing the grass.
We have not mowed our grass yet. Our garden looks like it's still winter out there.
Yeah.
Give me a second. Arthur, could you please take your cheesecake?
So we've got our son who's got a cheesecake and is trying to cut it right next to us. So if you hear this weird sawing noise, that's not like, yeah.
First cut is the deepest. Tim, love it.
Good. So yeah, let us know in the comments what you've been up to. Enjoying the spring. Enjoying the sunshine. What about you, Terry? What have you been up to? Have you been out for a nice family walk or anything like that?
No. I did take the kids swimming at Larkfield. No outdoor swimming in the nice sun and warmth, but at Larkfield Leisure Centre. Have you been there? Have you taken your kids there? Oh, it's a fun kids pool. There's a wave machine, flumes.
Oh, really?
River. Yeah.
Where is it? I'm in Larkfield.
On the way to Maidstone, West Malling area.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, very good. Recommend it.
All right.
Okay. Last week, as the sun's out, been out on my bike at lunchtimes.
Good.
Enjoying the weather.
Yet, Terry?
Oh.
Shorts weather for the bike?
Yeah.
Oh, legs are coming
out. Thumbs out.
Love it. Marie went for dinner with her daughter.
Nice.
That's good. Did you sit outside, Marie? That's the question.
Good.
Did you sit outside? Okay, we've got Tano as well. Sophia made 2 benches and a stool with wood from the skip.
Oh, very good.
Eco-friendly.
Yeah.
Love it. That's brilliant, isn't
Tana, I've got some wood stain. If you want some wood stain to do it, I'll get well into I love a bit of DIY like that. That's good.
Join us for River Church Online, 8 o'clock on Sundays with all your DIY needs.
I can even show how to distress the wood so it makes it look like it's really old.
All right, Mark. This is slightly worse than Alice's story about a dip in the bed and being right
and dribbling.
People out there who want to know about how to distress wood, so it makes it look old.
Oh dear.
Yeah, that.
There we go. We've got Marie. She didn't sit outside. Still not hot enough. Did you sit behind the window with the sunlight coming through though? That's good enough. I feel for the first week of spring. Can I just say, I think that I have seasonal affective disorder. So I think everyone is affected by seasonal affective disorder, but I think I genuinely have it because the day it was sunny, the first day it was sunny after school, I was telling someone earlier about this, Helen, in the car. Sorry, Helen. But literally, the first day that it was sunny after school, my house was a different house to be in. And I think that was my fault because I think I'm really grumpy when it's not sunny or for a long time. And so this first day when it was sunny, I was happy cooking dinner. I had the door open for a bit and there was no shouting. You're looking at me like I've gone mad. He was at work, so he wasn't here. So he can't argue with me.
Is Alice, now this goes back to the interview with you guys the other week. Is Alice generally grumpy when the sun's not out? The silence is all.
I appreciate there's a spade right here about to dig myself a hole, Terry.
As we enter into the spring months, Mark's going back into the cold of winter.
Good.
Oh dear. Oh, Nikki has been to a cousin's baptism party.
Awesome.
Which one? I've got too many cousins to be able to work out which one.
Family news about what's happening.
Hannah clearly wasn't invited.
Yeah.
Never mind, Hannah.
I've had the weekend away. I'm quite happy.
Good. Oh look, here we go. Tim.
Our pastor.
Getting my Morris dancing outfits ready and practicing my dancing. Good. Do you have bells on your sleeves and on your legs, Tim, or just one or the other? Update.
Can we just say if anyone's listening online, come to our church and Tim will demonstrate his Morris dancing. If you want to see Tim Morris dance, come to our church and just watch.
It's another TikTok opportunity. You see, we need to watch TikTok. We're still looking, people. So please, we're really serious about this. I feel like people aren't taking me seriously every week when I say who wants to take on the River Church TikTok account. I'm a very nice person to manage you, and we'll have lots of fun. Mark's like, no.
Yeah.
No.
That's good.
Oh, look. Tracy, video evidence is required. Okay, well, we can work on that for sure.
Tim getting his Morris dancing.
We can definitely work on that. Maybe if a few more people say they'd like to see Tim Morris dancing, then we will.
I can't even do the weird arm dance thing, dangly arm dance, whatever that was called. What was that called?
What?
I think the one where you like
nothing.
Whatever that is. That one. What was that one? I can't even do that. I've got no hope with Morris dancing.
Here's the thing then. Okay, if you're watching and you know dance moves from Fortnite or any other online thing, or from your youth, please feel free to drop them in the comments, and we will maybe either get Terry to do those tonight, or what we'll do is we'll come up with a video over the next few weeks, and you never know, an Easter bonus session, maybe people from the River Church carrying out your suggestions.
Yeah.
Oh, floss. Yeah, someone's Marie.
I just say the one
in the comments has put the floss. Yeah, the floss with the arms and the round your body thing. I couldn't remember what it was called.
So this is why Hannah's uni friends.
That's why they tune in every.
I've already looked at. We've got a group chat going on as well, and one of them has quite literally just put in there, try and do Gangnam Style.
Why are they commenting to you? Come on, people, we are here. Comment to us. We need you.
Yeah, Carrie, put it in our comments.
I can just about do the sidestep dad dance.
It's like big fish, cardboard box, isn't it? I can't do it. I don't have any coordination with these things. It's all good. Okay.
Let's move on.
Let's draw a line under our dance. So
tonight. Yes.
Go on.
So yeah, as I said, we did have somebody lined up and some other people. We had a backup as well. Unfortunately, we couldn't make it tonight. So what we wanted to do tonight, rather than cancel tonight, we thought we'd come on, talk about Terry Flottin. That wasn't part of the plan. But we wanted to kind of think back really for the last few weeks, really, or say last kind of 2 months or so, and pick up some of the people who have kind of been sharing about how the difference that God has made, and maybe just something that's really kind of touched you, or maybe something really stuck with you, and you're willing to share it in the comments. We'd love to hear you kind of come and just share about that. We just kind of maybe just pick up a few things, just remind ourselves about some of the ways that God has made a difference in their life. And we've had people like Patrick, Ruby, Sam Martin. They'd even had Terry talk about his time. We've had me and Alice. We've had Hannah Abanchik, Terry's wife, Richard and Pat. So did anything
Keegan.
From Keegan?
Don't forget Keegan.
Don't forget Keegan. Our church coming up. And if there's something that maybe one of those that you've remembered, something that stuck with you in their stories, you just want to say, "Oh, this was great," and you want to write that in the chat, that'd be good to kind of to do it. So I'm going to pick on Terry first of all. Go on, Terry. What has been I know you've been an avid watcher of online church. What has been one of the things that's really stuck with you? Maybe wasn't your section.
Not from your talk.
My talk was so amazing.
That is the only one I've been watching on repeat. I liked. I don't know, it's just really nice. I think it's great hearing stories, like people's individual stories. I think that's what makes faith real. Just hearing like what different people and have gone through and how they face those challenges. So I think Martin and Sam. Martin talked about the difference that God made in their marriage when they went through some challenges. Martin's instinct was to go and pray. His gut reaction was to go and pray, and that really resonated with me. That was what I felt when I became a Christian. So it was really that gut reaction to really pray, because there was nothing else to be done. So I really like that. But I think that it's just hearing people's stories, like hearing their faith stories now, that God making a difference in their lives.
Definitely.
Yeah, no, I think it kind of, you're right, Sarah. I think it's people share their thing. Sometimes we think, unless we've had some sort of amazing story of like we were about to die or something and God kind of saved us, we sometimes think our faith stories aren't that important, but actually it's actually sometimes in the everyday, the little things, the way that God works, and whether it's a big thing like kind of saving your marriage, or whether it's just dealing with kind of a loss or kind of sort of life.
It is also like the thing where I think, growing up in a Christian, I didn't grow up in a Christian family, but I know Martha and Alice, you did, Hannah, my wife, did, Hannah Abanchik, and you can often think that, or people looking in from the outside can often think, oh, you're growing up in a Christian family, or you've been a Christian for years, you must be really prim and proper, you must have it all worked out and perfect. But actually what we've heard, that just isn't the case. And we're essentially we've gone through challenges with people, that we haven't, we've gone through challenges, we've got it wrong, and whatever, but God has made the difference. So and God's done it.
Definitely. Hannah, have you got a one that stuck out to you or something?
I guess the one that's always been like playing on my mind within recently is Ruby's in particular. When we went to record it, actually, I remember we were sitting. Alice and I were sitting there completely entranced.
Yeah.
Because it was absolutely amazing to listen to her say all of this stuff that she's gone through. What's it, 94 years? Correct me if I'm wrong.
91, I think.
91.
I think they're wrong, but I think
oh, you're in the bad books now, Hannah.
I think I said she was 93.
Yes, I'm going to be in the bad.
91.
Yeah. But yeah, it was just like 91 years, and it makes you think, where are you gonna be? Where am I gonna be when I reach that age? And will I have the same sort of faith as Ruby does, where she could quite literally keel over and and go within literal at any point in time, and that she's always still smiling. And I've just had that one in my head for absolutely ages. I've loved listening to her. It was absolutely amazing.
Good.
Good.
I'll have to maybe get on again at some point, because I must say, I was thinking like Ruby, the way I think that was, amazing, the way she was just like, I'm all good, I'm ready. And it reminds me, actually, we've just somebody in our church, another older lady recently passed away a few weeks ago, a lady called Joyce, who, for something, I've known Joyce my entire life. She went to my parents' church when I was growing up. And she saw me right from being one of the naughtiest kids at church to kind of coming up and being a church leader and the whole way. And what's amazing really at her funeral, I think the same thing really, that her family, and a lot of them aren't believers, but just the way they could even see in Joyce that she had quite a few health challenges later on in life. And that they even said, like, as a few years ago, she almost died. And they said she wasn't afraid. She wasn't afraid. She was all at peace about that. And I think that's the thing that really, at the funeral, one of the things that really blessed me. And that was her attitude. She was like, I'm all good. I know God. I'm okay. Might not want to die just now, but I'm ready to go. I'm not afraid. I think that's
not scared, which is amazing, isn't it? Tim's on fire today with his commenting. Look at this. I think how ordinary people are, and yet how they have seen God do some amazing things in their lives. I think that is an overriding view of all of these people. You look through them, and actually they are all ordinary. They're all ordinary people. They're all people with real lives and real jobs and real families and real stresses and real issues going on. And actually, you're right, God has done some absolutely incredible things, actually.
Yes, I think that's true. That sometimes you think you have to be special. And I know that there is an element of that we're all kind of special to God, but it's not that none of us are kind of like world-class athletes or like the most intelligent people or like the best looking people or like the most talented people. But it's just, this is what I think, this is what Jesus came for, the ordinary people and to come and do kind of amazing things in their life.
Absolutely. Grace is saying personal testimonies touches people and increases one's faith. The one that stood out for me was Richard Wakeford's. So that was last week.
Yeah, last week,
was Richard. And if you didn't see it, you should definitely watch it, because Richard has been through some incredible
he literally almost died,
things.
I think. And he was, I think he had a list of 5 things to basically
so like never be able to eat again, like real food, like his mouth, chewing real food again, never have children, never be able to compete with his sports things. And all 5 of those he was able to go through, and God had clearly done something that reversed each one of those 5 statements, which is just incredible, isn't it? I love, so Terry, you said about people's stories, people's faith stories, helping, just building faith and encouraging people that God is real. And Grace said it there as well, increases other people's faith. And actually one of the things that we looked at in our home group a couple of weeks ago, and also came up over the ladies' weekend, was there's a lady called Rahab in the Bible, and she's not a follower of God. She's in a pretty rubbish situation, and she does something, and the reason that she does it is because she has heard about this God, and because she has heard about the things that God has done through other people and through stories that have been passed through generations, she does something which puts her at risk. So if you want to find out more about Rahab, you should read, where is she in the Bible? She is in
Joshua.
Yeah, I think it is Joshua. So clearly I have not prepared any of this, but those faith stories encourage other believers, and also actually it gives confidence to people who maybe don't believe in God that actually it's worth a try. Because I think praying and responding to God and just is worth a try. Terry, you thought it was worth a try, didn't you? When you had nothing else to do, it was worth a try.
Definitely.
And if you hadn't heard other people's stories about God, you wouldn't have tried. So, you know, I think that's
definitely always say,
yeah,
go for the prayer.
Oh, here we go. Marie has said she found Roxanne's story really moving. That's from season 1 of River Church Online. Yeah. That's a really good memory, Marie. I love it. I loved Roxanne's story.
It is really powerful. Roxanne's somebody who's only probably in the last year or so found Jesus, maybe a bit longer than that, 18
deeply,
months.
Like properly.
Yeah, and it's been an amazing story, really, of how her and mum, she had a kind of troubled kind of relationship.
Yeah.
And God's come and really helped her with that. And actually just from her feeling almost like very cut off from her mum, God's kind of come and healed her. And she's able to, she said she went and hugged her mum for the first time in many years. And that I love that too. Let's go back to season 1, but yeah, I love it. It's, if you haven't seen that and you're fairly newish to us, I look back at old history and watch that story.
The best place to find them is on the playlist on our YouTube channel. So it's River Church Media is our YouTube channel, and they're in a playlist. River Church Online. I think there's season 1 and season 2, and you can work your way through them, and then you can let us know on our social media or our WhatsApp number if there are things that stand out to you.
So yeah, there's please keep commenting if there's anything that you remember.
I'm trying to think what else.
But for me, one of the ones that I really enjoyed actually was Hannah, your wife, Terry. And like I've known Hannah for a long time. I've known obviously her story quite well, and we weren't quite sure, like, oh, maybe what bit should we kind of like talk about? And we just thought, oh, we'll kind of do it. And we had a few things about we might kind of touch on. And actually what was amazing on her just sharing about her story is we kind of went in a direction we weren't kind of planning or kind of expecting to go. And what really just came out, I think, was the goodness of God in your life, and the way that God has looked after your family, looks after both of you and your kids. And as I said, it wasn't saying that we were kind of thinking, oh, maybe we'd go down a different bit of her life and the way God's worked and moved in her life. And it's actually, I think, just so encouraging sometimes. I think, again, one of the things about faith is that God wants to grow our faith in him and to grow. And part of what faith does, faith releases us from being in fear and living in fear. And sometimes I think God does stuff in our life. And I think for your Hannah's story and your story, Terry, is the way God's just continually shown his goodness to you. And I think as you've kind of gone through bigger challenges, you can look back and say, well, God was able to save me and he was good to me. He was able to come through for me then. And it helps grow our faith and grow our trust in him. And I think that's, for me, we just talking through Hannah's story, just the way that God has been so good to her in some different times. And just really, that really encouraged me. And it was great. And I think the way, God's just looking to grow our faith in him, and that we can know that God is for us and God is good, and God wants to come and work in our life and to show his goodness.
Yeah, absolutely. I wonder if you're still watching us, if you're still with us, if you have any stories of faith stories, whether you're a Christian, whether you believe in Jesus or not, whether there's any points in your life where maybe you've asked someone else to pray for you, or you know that someone else has been praying for you, or you've just chucked a couple of lines up into the air in a hope somewhere, and you've had an answer in any way, or you've just felt Someone over the weekend said, actually, when you give things to God, actually, sometimes you may not see the answer you want to prayer, but you get a sense of peace. God gives you a peace sometimes in a situation, and sometimes that's his answer for you at the moment, is just that he gives you the peace, the strength, and the encouragement to stick with it, to stick where you are. So if you have any of those experiences, put them in the comments for us, because that it would be really nice for us to hear some of those things from you without us coming in and like hassling you online. And I know that there are people watching who have had moments where God has really come through for them. So we'd love to hear those from you. Where would you like to go now, darling?
Well, I think really, I think we've got no more at the moment, no more comments in. I think we are going to have a shorter time today because we haven't got kind of somebody. And I appreciate you don't want us kind of talking too much.
We don't want to waffle your evening away. So, which is absolutely fine. Because
but I think, as Alice said, if you want to get in touch with us and let us know the way God's kind of moving in your life, that'd be great.
Yes, definitely.
As I said, at the River Church, we really believe in the power of prayer, and that when we pray, God listens, and that's something that He always, whoever we are. Sorry,
someone just knocked on the front door. Goodness me. Okay. There's a fire. Oh, there's a fire in our garden. That's exciting. Okay, Mark. Okay, we are going to have to go because there's an actual fire in our garden. So, thanks for joining us this evening, and we will tune in again next week. Thank you. Bye.